I see. Well, about a month ago, we saw the prototype, but this is the final and release version of the Hyundai Ioniq 6N. Now, the prototype basically didn't hide too much, but it is great to see the car in full undisguised mode to really get an understanding of a few neat things here. And at the back, there is a bit of a special surprise that Hyundai has pulled. First thing you'll notice, racing blue paint, but this is now racing blue pearl. You've got a gold flake through here, so outside in the sun, it really does sparkle. It kind of sets this apart from other N models. Down the front, you've got air intakes. There's the air veins there that will adjust to allow more cooling through. You've got the splitters here that will basically push air onto the wheels and around for cooling. As we saw on the prototype, the wheels are basically designed to be more aerodynamic as possible. Now, what we have learned since looking at that is the front wheels are 15 mil forward of where they are on a regular Ioniq 6 because they've pushed that forward to help with cornering stability. It's not the least changes either because the car is 60 mil wider than a regular Ioniq 6. So you've got a wider track, much wider tyres, 275s on both sides. They're Pirelli P0s. But a lot of the aerodynamic features of the Ioniq 6 that was designed to be the streamliner, to be the most efficient car on the road, a lot of that has been sort of put to the side to make this more a performance-oriented vehicle because down the back, as we saw on the prototype, you do have the swan neck rear wing. And again, like we've seen on Porsche, the idea here is to hold the wing from the top so that the uninterrupted airflow goes underneath. That way it gives you a better aerodynamic profile and makes the wing work really hard for downforce. An interesting take on the 6N as opposed to a regular 6 as well is the high mount rear stoplight has been removed from the glass where it would be obscured by the spoiler and stuck high up in the window, which actually I think works better. So maybe this is something we may see move around onto other Ioniq 6s. But if you come to the back, this is probably one of the coolest things here. So what Hyundai has done is they've used a neutral black panel for the entire rear of the car. So gone is the full strip light that we saw, the heck blend, if you will. You've now got LED lighting either side of the Ioniq 6 badge. But no matter what color you choose, this whole section of the car is black. So it does give you something to talk about, something to notice on the road. And with the wider tires and the wider track, it makes the Ioniq 6N really, really stand out. Now, we haven't actually driven the Ioniq 6N final production car yet, but we're told it is essentially identical to the prototype that I recently drove at the Hyundai Proving Ground in Namyang. Like the Ioniq 5N, the 6N is powered by a pair of electric motors, offering a peak of 478 kilowatts and 770 Newton-meter output. The 0 to 100 km/h dash is dispatched in just 3.2 seconds, and the car can wind out to a top speed of 257 km/h. Pricing or volume allocation for Australia isn't confirmed as yet, but the Ioniq 6 is set to arrive on local shores, along with the updated Ioniq 6 range, in early 2026. The interior of the Ioniq 6N has a lot of familiar features, not only to the Ioniq 5N, but the Ioniq 6 and other Hyundai models. But what Hyundai has done for part of the development of this, they've changed the N-active sound. Now, this is the simulated exhaust noise that you get from this car. So when you're behind the wheel in an EV that really should be making no noises, you get all sorts of bits and pieces. Now, if we go and put this into N mode, I don't know if you can hear that, but you're getting exhaust overrun crackles simulated from the car. But it's not just that. We can change this. So there's one called, that was ignition. We can turn it into evolution mode, which really does sound like a PlayStation 1, if that's my sense of it. There's supersonic mode, which is a little bit whooshy and I don't know if all that cool. But what you can also notice, as we rev it out, you get a shift light indicator show up here on the dash. So the ambient lighting of the car is acting as a signal to change gears in a car that doesn't have a traditional gearbox. So it's all of this, connection simulation that Hyundai has done with the Ioniq 5N and now with the 6N to make you, as the driver, feel more engaged to this car, to make it feel and sense like a traditional combustion and transmission-powered car, rather than being a fully electric simulated one, albeit with some fun pops and crackles. Now, in terms of when we first get a chance to drive this car, obviously seen it at Goodwood. This is where it's had its global review. We've kind of heard hints that the car may make a visit to Australia later in the year as part of the Hyundai N Festival. So tell you what, when it is on local soil, let's see if we can get a bit of a chance to get behind the wheel and we can see what the production car is like as opposed to the prototype on the road. In terms of how it drives, if you want to see how it performs dynamically and maybe watch me do some skids, you can check out that clip here.